Hey, Daily Bible Time on a Saturday morning, and Dominic Steele here, and I want to give you 5 quick but important statements that I think flow out of 1 Corinthians 14. And look, I guess it's particularly reflecting on the horizontal aspects of the church meeting. First one, number 1, in what we do in Christian meetings, love, other person-centeredness. Love is absolutely key. Love to the other believers present and love to the unbeliever who might be present. Now, it's not to be what would I like. It's to be what would be helpful for them. Therefore, 2, church meetings should not just be about the private communion of a Christian individual with God. We should be in everything that we do focused on the other believers and other unbelievers who might be present. Therefore, 3, this key of other person-centered love, meaning we're not about what is the good of me, but what is the good of the other, will impact how we as groups design our Christian meeting and the behaviour that we as individuals exhibit during our Christian meeting. Therefore, 4, as individuals, we should think carefully about what expressions of our faith will be helpful for public consumption and what expression of faith might be unhelpful for public consumption. We should think carefully about what gifts to exercise where. We should think carefully about how different gifts should be exercised. Certain subjective expressions of faith could, in particular situations, be a source of embarrassment to different people in public contexts. And I think that's actually very important as a criteria for deciding on specific testimonies, specific hymns, specific choruses, specific dramas, specific addresses, notices, prayers, speaking in tongues, whatever. There would be things that we might, as individuals, like to do as part of our private communion with God that we may choose not to do out of love for the other when we meet together. And 5thly, related but unrelated, and it's an explanation to me of the last verse of 1 Corinthians 14. 1 Corinthians 14 verse 40, everything should be done in a fitting and orderly way. When you read that verse in the context of the chapter, Paul just means only one person might speak at a time, and that only a certain number may reasonably contribute on each occasion. Indeed, most people present should be listening in silence with discernment. God is not honoured by a free-for-all brawl in which people try to contribute whatever the cost. I want to say this, and I want to say that, and I want to say this. And people contribute whatever the impact on others. But I don't think that verse means that church needs to be boring. And I don't think it means that church needs to be predictable and needs to be super rigidly controlled, and a predictable, boring, rigidly controlled church will necessarily be more honouring to God. I've got a whole lot more to say on application of these 5 points of the thesis on Monday. Join us then for Daily Bible Time.